Once there was this girl who got into an accident and couldn't go to school, but when she finally got there, she had blue spots all over her body. They couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just been there. Ba-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na. The perfect girl, and boy, there too. Don't know the words, but who cares? It's just an intro. Yeah. What up, guys? Here's a guy after my own heart. His name is Wake the Sheep. I like listening to him talk. So hopefully he'll do most of the talking in this video. And if you don't want to hear me talking, go to Wake the Sheep's channel right now and watch this without me talking. Otherwise, you're going to hear me talking and pausing and singing and saying whatever the F I feel like. So I don't need to narrate much because he lays it out. So I will be pausing, but not as often as usual.
This is my intro. There's a lot to try to go into, and I'm not going to try to lay it all out here. I will say this. I was a passenger in a vehicle when I and the driver both witnessed an EPD officer flying up the highway, not using his turn signals, cutting curves, going across the lines, riding the lines, whatever. We pulled up alongside the officer.
So a cop was violating the law and driving recklessly.
Eventually, as the public observing an officer during the course of his or her duties and attempting to document true speed by pacing him. Later, directly prior to a retaliatory stop, in my opinion, he again saw my camera up. Immediately after the second observation, Officer Oxygen Waster began forcefully pumping his brakes. I was not the driver. I would have made some different decisions during this, but the driver controls his own actions. I was mostly along for the ride. And before I even start this, let me tell you up front, yes, I'll be pausing for comments. There are other channels and other cop watchers.
How dare you, bro? How dare you pause the video and talk?
And many other videos.
It's like it's your channel and you own it and you can do what you want.
Of idiot jizz juggler cops like these, proving they and their department with no accountability nor professionalism if Chief Bolin pulled it out of his panties and slapped him upside the face with it during the shift briefing. How much do you want to bet there is no accountability here either, and the alleged leader, Sergeant Ass Clown and Officer Jizz Gargler, have done much worse when they knew they weren't being documented, or even when they knew they were. You know the old saying, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear? Well, I've heard a lot of stories about EPD, and I'm starting to believe them. Hey, Chief Ballerina or Bolin, or you know who the fuck I'm talking to. Is this what you meant by your mission statement here? To be honest, I tried my best to leave the interactions between the driver and officer on his knees and Sergeant Shitbag, but a few times I spoke up, especially after Shitbag asked me if I had ID on me. Now, I don't want to speak for the driver, but from my understanding, per a last conversation with the driver, Officer Seaman Sucker should get prepared both for jury trial as well as official complaints. Although I was technically detained because I was in the scene, I was in the vehicle, I was not the driver. I was not the one stopped. I was not the one cited. As such, any complaints aren't going to be coming from me. They're coming from him because he was the main subject of the stop and the operator of the motor vehicle. And he has the ultimate decision as to whether or not he takes this to jury trial. Here's the video. Okay, so that's EPD. Ever stop anybody for this? Nah, nothing to see here, right, bitch boy hypocrite? Ever stop anybody for this? Nah, nothing to see here, right, bitch boy hypocrite? Ever stop?
So, they got a blue stripe on their badge, a blue stripe down the middle of their car. He's breaking all kinds of traffic laws, speeding, swerving, no signals. You know, the things that cops ruin other people's lives over.
Anybody for this? Nah, nothing to see here, right, bitch boy hypocrite?
Up, more weaving.
What about stopping people for this? For the second time, bitch boy hypocrite.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Ever
What?
stop anybody for this?
Wow.
Nah, nothing to see here. Right, bitch boy hypocrite?
It looks like 1605.
I'm loving this guy. He's probably on his computer.
18695.
Bitch boy hypocrite.
He keeps looking over. He knows we're here. He's pulling away.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think the spirit of the turn signal law is to warn others prior to changing lanes that you are going to do so in the future, not that you are already doing so, which they can obviously see, unless they're dumb as this fucking cop. Aw, so fucking close to almost showing that bullshit higher standard claim you sad excuses for law enforcement make so often. Fucking idiot. How many people have you cited for that, fuckstick? Hypocrite. Accountable much? Aw, don't cry, man boobs. You did do a lot better this time than the previous times in the video where you didn't even try to pretend you actually even give a flying fuck at all about using your turn signal. Hell, I'm proud of you. Somebody get this chick a bag of dicks to eat. Let her know I said to choke on the last one.
Damn, player. Like I said, a man after my own heart here.
Okay, still doing 75. I believe the speed limit is 60 through here, but it's supposed to drop up ahead. Okay.
Ever stop anybody for this? Nah, nothing to see here. Right, bitch boy hypocrite?
Here drops to 50. No signal again. See that? Okay. Yep. What the fuck are you doing? Look at him. Good. So I'm going to do the speed limit. Hey, you need some help doing that.
Of course he's gonna start riding his ass like an asshole.
See how close he's riding? He's the same kind of jackass that would stop you for riding that close on somebody. Yep. What'd I tell you? Make sure we get him lined up.
Afternoon. I'm here to retaliate to satisfy my need for authority because I'm an insecure, internally deficient, tyrant piece of shit. It was a good afternoon until your man boobs and fat gut you try to hide under your vest waddled up to the window. Oh, and where's your mask, shithead? You could be giving or receiving corona right this second. Yeah, you're real worried about getting someone sick, like all the typical bullies worry about their victims. You were literally within a foot of the driver at certain points and touching his phone, if I remember correctly. How many people have you considered citing or arresting, or have done so, for violating some order regarding the pandemic?
You have your license registration? Sir? For what? Well, for multiple reasons. You have your license registration, sir. Are you on duty? What's that? Are you on duty? Yes, sir, I am. All right. So you think have your license registration, please? Can you get your sergeant here? What's that? Can you get your sergeant here? I've got one coming. Can I have license registration, please? For what reason? License and registration. For what reason?
What?
License.
Why is it they can't just answer? Is it because they have to make something up first? You want respect, answer our questions. Your whole paycheck comes from us, including the taxes, dummy. So quit acting like an idiot. When we ask you one question, don't answer a different question.
Registration because I'm conducting a traffic stop. License registration, please. Traffic stop for what? My name and your license, please.
Why won't he answer what the traffic stop is for? That means you're a punk, bitch, coward, blue waffle, cunt. You fucking red-bearded walrus lumberjack-looking motherfucker.
Traffic stop for what?
Inbred fucking fuck.
Let me have your license, please, and I'll explain everything.
It's what he didn't say that spoke the loudest, and his voiceless words kept screaming, quote, I'm a piece of shit, but you didn't get to record my other shithead acts of my career, end quote. Moving on.
If you're getting pulled over on a traffic stop, yes, and the officer asks you for ID, You have to provide identification.
Look, I really wanted to tell the driver and even tried to signal to him that yes, the 10-badged gang member domestic enemy thug was correct. He needed to provide ID because he was driving. But as I said, I was trying to stay mostly out of it. It wasn't my vehicle, I wasn't driving, and he is his own person. There's several things I probably would have done slightly differently, but it was his traffic stop. Moving on.
I know, but what am I being stopped for? I'll explain everything in a second. Maybe your ID, please. Do you have a registration?
Hey, fuck boy. Why don't you just tell him what he's being stopped for? It's obvious you stopped him because you're a butthurt snowflake coward. Anything you could have stopped him for, he could have stopped you for an hour beforehand. Speeding, drifting, weaving, no turn signal, on and on and on. You have quite the nerve to come and pull him over after all the crap they videotaped you doing, which you probably didn't even know that.
Insurance for the vehicle.
And here's where Madam Officer Buttsuck decides she wants to ask for my ID, then claim the law requires me to produce it upon demand, and I politely decline. Wrong question, Officer Dumbfuck. But what a surprise, another fucking idiot badge wearer citing fictitious laws, inventing laws as you go, having no fucking idea the laws you purport to enforce, to put a band-aid on your butt hurt because you didn't get the superhero respect you think you deserve, and got caught driving like an entitled hypocrite 10-badged above the law coward. Here's a suggestion for you, bitch boy. Why don't you take your anti-freedom, gang member mentality, badge, domestic enemy attitude, and ask your husband to cradle you in his arms tonight so you can cry it all out. When you're done, take a salt tablet, tip up your canteen, tip it up to stay hydrated, then shut the fuck up and move on. To the person who is intimidated and coerced by your tyranny, pussy. Moving on.
Passenger, do
Yeah!
you have any ID, sir? Passenger, do you have any ID?
I'm not required to answer your questions.
Sorry?
I'm not required to produce ID nor answer your questions. You can shut the hell up and mind your own business about who I am.
Do you have your ID, sir?
I'm not required to give you ID, sir.
Yes, you are.
No, I am not. This is not...
Lying blue waffle cunt. Every time you tell a lie, that's another earning the hate moment for you, pig.
Stop an ID state and I'm not the driver. You're incorrect.
All right.
Alright. Okay.
What's your name and badge number, sir?
Officer Taylor, 1396.
Well, you need to get a refresher course in the laws.
See him nod his head in agreement, though sarcastically, as he realizes his badge isn't quite as intimidating as the fellow tyrants at the Tyrant Convention convinced him it was when they handed him out. Let's watch Lady Lickballs agree one more time.
You get a refresher course in the laws. See, if I was driving, that's one thing. I'm not driving. And this ain't a stop and ID state. And even if it was, you need reasonable articulable suspicion that I've done something.
Ooh, if looks could kill. Press 1 if you think he's thinking about shooting me. Press 2 if you think he's about to cry. Press 3 if you think he'll ask his fellow gang members for a reassuring hug after the stop. Press 4 if you think he's trying to articulate cause to violate my rights, force me to remove my N95 mask, and produce ID. Moving on.
Boop.
Go get schooled somewhere, sir. Jackass, another tyrant with a badge, obviously.
Here comes blue waffle number 2.
Well, number one, he was flying up the road, going well above the speed limit. Obviously not on a car, he wouldn't have stopped us. Number two, he was switching lanes without using his turn signal. And number three, he was trying to request ID from me, which is not going to fucking happen. So we're going to have another one coming.
Let's see which one this is. One that was this here.
Yeah, well, that one is a different one then. Is he coming up?
Yeah, they're all back in the pallet.
Oh, okay.
I need your card. There's your information. I need your card. No, that'd be
And I need their two as well.
You need their what?
I need their ID cards.
They can give you their information. I'm talking to you right now as a sergeant. What, do you want to speak with me as a sergeant?
Yeah, I want to know why I'm being stopped.
Yeah, the officer will tell you that, okay?
You're the sergeant?
No, the officer won't.
Yes, I'm a sergeant.
Can I get your name and badge number?
It's right there.
Oh, look. Another EPD sergeant that couldn't lead a fucking line of ants to a bowl of jello. However, you drove my point home for me. I've always said, once some idiots get rank, whether in the military or policing or any other profession really, a lot of them tend to forget where they came from, and or the tendencies to be oxygen-wasting pieces of better-off dead shit is allowed to grow exponentially and daily. Also, how absolutely dumb as a box of rocks do you have to be to place pens in your pocket blocking your own name tag, then point at it while looking at it and say, it's right there? You're one special kind of worthless stupid, and the kind to smear good officers' reputation. If you wonder why so many in this country would celebrate officers' injuries and or death, just find the nearest mirror, invite Taint Liquor Taylor over, and you two can spend the day trying to figure out which one of you is more deserving of what idiots like you earn, the hate. Throw in some honorless tyrant Hargett, and you three can have a three-way circle jerk. Moving along.
Well, see, you can't say it?
Judge,
You what?
I can't read it.
I'm talking to him right now, sir.
I can't read it.
Okay,
Your
that's
pens
fine.
are in front of me.
what's your attitude?
Yeah,
What's your,
there's another tyrant.
Is that how you tell
My name is
the
Sergeant
judge?
Cornwall.
Okay, thank you.
Number?
5155.
It's simple professionalism. It's not that hard.
Okay, I'm talking to one person at a time, sir.
I understand.
Is there anything else you want to speak with me about? He can tell you everything about the car stop. Do you want to speak to me about anything else?
I'd like to speak to you.
I just want to know why I'm being stopped.
I don't know if it was speeding. I don't know what it was. Did he tell you anything?
Oh, don't know. He don't know. He won't tell you. We don't know. He didn't tell me. Nobody knows. We're going to conspire here in a minute and play dumb in the meantime.
No, he said he doesn't know yet.
Okay. Well, he'll talk to you about all that, okay? Anything else with me?
Yeah, well, depending on what happens with him.
Do what?
Depends on what he says.
Okay. And that's it right now?
Yeah, but I would hang tight in case it depends on what he
Okay.
says.
All right. All right. Just find your registration or please proof of sale and your insurance. That's it, please. Thank you. Let me see your ID again. Sergeant gave it back. Didn't realize I wasn't done with it. You have you still have that proof of insurance, sir.
I have it on my phone.
Okay. Can I see it, please?
Why did you stop me?
What's that?
Why did you stop me?
I'll discuss that in a second when you find insurance.
What in the ever-loving fuck? You stupid fucking pig. How is it not mandatory that they tell you? Considering you don't have to ID in most states unless you've committed some type of infraction, at least some type of infraction, how do you know whether you should ID or not if you don't know what you've done? Stupid motherfuckers.
Please.
So you're fishing.
What's that?
So you're fishing?
No, I'm not fishing. Here's your insurance through.
American Family Insurance.
Okay.
The same on the plate.
Okay. It's not on your plate, sir. If you'll do me a favor, please pull up your insurance.
I got to update the app real quick.
What's that?
I'm updating my app real quick.
Okay. That's fine.
And I know it's tied in with my registration on the
Okay.
plate.
The state of Indiana, you're required to provide proof of financial responsibility either by paper or by phone. If you can't do that, then that's what it does.
In the state of Indiana, you're also supposed to use your blinkers, follow the speed limits, not weave, not go over the lines, and not drive recklessly, but you don't give a fuck! You stupid fucking pig. Now I remember why I wanted to cover this, because this guy's a fucking disgusting, red walrus-looking fucking disgusting animal. In the state of Indiana, you weren't following the laws, you fucking pig. Fuck you.
Separate issue we can address.
That's exactly
If you
right.
have it, that's great. Okay, work on getting that for me.
Tell you this again.
Still don't know why it's being stopped.
Remember, were you able to get your insurance? May I see it, please?
You can look at it right here.
Disconnect your phone so I can look at it. I gotta make sure the policy's right and everything.
I'll zoom in for it.
That would be wonderful. Thank you. Okay, do me a favor. I'm not gonna take your phone. So hand it out. I'm not gonna reach inside your vehicle.
It's right here. No, I don't know what you can look at it right
Police
here.
officer, Officer Hassel, the sergeant's here.
That doesn't make it any more inviting, any more comfortable that you're a police officer. As a matter of fact, that puts our life in danger. Being around police puts your life in danger. Just ask the two Tampa cops who killed their families first and then killed themselves like cowards. Why would you kill your whole family first? Just kill yourself. You're the scum.
Ooh, did you hear that, everyone? He's a police officer. Well, that just means jack tyrannical shit today, doesn't it, Dick Juice?
Exactly.
You should have just said, sir, I'm a narcissistic piece of rights-violating shit. I'd have felt safer, and you'd at least be making a truthful statement. Oh.
Exactly. At least you'd be being honest then.
And telling us you have 2 more of your kind standing behind us is just the icing on the fucking...
Exactly. Like, fucking having 3 of you there makes a difference. You fucking retards. That means you're like 65 times more likely to be killed.
But it doesn't help your claim we should feel more secure. Shut the fuck up. Next.
And the phone up, please, so I can look at it. Thank you.
You're not going through my phone.
Disconnect it, please. That way I can...
It's right here. You can read it and write it down.
That doesn't have when the policy expires. Yes, it did. I'm sorry. 6/10 of 20. Okay. It's not that hard. Okay. The reason I stopped you...
It's not that hard. Fuck your mother, bro. That's not hard either from what I understand.
is because you came to a sudden stop up on the highway. I was checking to see who you were. Okay?
Right,
and you came to a sudden stop on the highway. Okay?
We got you countless times.
What's that?
Illegal lane changes, speeding.
Well, you didn't make proper lane changes, but I was checking
Yes,
to
I
see if
did.
you were okay.
Did you hear him say I was checking to see if you're okay? Let's hear it one more time.
Yeah, I wanted to see who you were. That's exactly why he stopped him.
But I was checking
Yes,
to
I
see if
did.
you
I
were
used my
okay.
That's a funny joke. I've got one too. You're an honorable, trustworthy officer.
turn signal every time.
What's that?
I use my turn signal every time.
Look, it doesn't. Look,
We'll agree to
we
this.
got a video. We got a
Do me a
video.
favor, just sit tight. Let me finish your ticket, and then I'll be right up.
We got a video of his lack of signals. We got a video of his speed. Let him do it. Just let him do it.
So there's your license, paperwork, there's your citation, for obstruction of justice and speed.
Obstruction of justice. I can't even say it. I'm so shocked. Obstruction of justice and what do you say? Speeding?
Here we go.
Let him do it. Just let him do it.
So there's your license, paperwork, there's your citation, for obstruction of justice and speed.
Here we go. Obstruction of justice. First off, I doubt you can even spell justice, you fucking idiot. Much less hand it out. 2, I believe you cited for obstructing traffic, not obstruction of justice. However, I'm sure you have used that catch-all phrase as well as disorderly conduct when you couldn't find a lawful and valid reason to actually arrest someone you wanted to prove your authority to. By the way, when was it you decided we were speeding, dickhead? Was it when you were doing an estimated 90 miles per hour down the interstate, switching lanes without using your turn signal? Also, at what point was the driver obstructing anything or anyone? Was it when you were almost violently cramming your brakes beside us? You truly are one dumb fucking sack of 2 brain-celled amphibious shit. You know what? Go slap your parents for not aborting you as
You gave him twice as many brain cells as he actually has.
fetus. Then shut the fuck up. You Larry the Cable Guy lookalike wannabe. You're not funny. You're just fucking stupid. Moving along.
Have a better day, sir.
Hey, here's my
Hold on a
ID.
second. I need your
If you
business
want to
card.
contest it, you can appear in court.
I want your business card, and I want the other guy in the
I don't have
sergeant's.
any business cards to hand out.
I found my ID for you,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I
dickhead.
need your business card.
I don't have a business card.
You don't have any proof of identification that you hand out.
No, I'm on video right now. I'm on video, and my name is Sergeant Cornwall, 5155.
What's his other guy's?
Do what?
What's the other guy's name and badge number?
I don't know his badge number here. You can ask him if you want.
Name and badge number.
Officer Jake Hassler.
So is there anything else you need from me, sir?
Officer Big Dummy.
1454. All right, thanks, sir.
That's for court. I'm not going to dispute anything. That's not for us.
I'd
Me,
like
you,
to file a complaint against him.
Okay, that's for internal affairs. You can come down Monday through.
You can file a complaint with us against us. We'll investigate ourselves because we're sovereign from the rest of y'all. And then you can go in front of the person with the black dress on who has sovereign immunity and try to make them understand that you were filming the cop breaking all kinds of laws, and then he stopped you and cited you for the same thing. Dude, get the fuck out of here, man. Wake the fuck up. Jesus Christ. How? Why? How can this be America? All right. This is Wake the Sheep. Go subscribe. Tell him I sent you. Wake the Sheep. He deserves some subscribers. I like his cheeky, snarky style, if you will. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace, tranquility, chicken grease. Check out my Etsy store. I got some cool knives in there and whatnot. And much love. Bye.